Hi, Noel physicist. It's Miss Rose here. I'm going to walk you through checkpoint 2 in physics. Let me share my screen and let's find our checkpoint. Here it is. So we're already in week 2 of Physics is Wavy, quarter 2. Very exciting. We have a live class on Wednesday, November 18th at 10 a.m. Be there. We're talking about patterns and relationships and modeling this class, and we're going to talk about constructive and destructive interference in the Doppler effect, practice some math, and do some modeling with a written response. Here's the vocabulary that you'll need to know for this checkpoint. Please fill in the box. Okay, in activity 1, you're going to complete a reading on wave amplitude. And we're going to take a look at 2 different types of waves. The transverse wave that we see here and the longitudinal wave like a slinky, okay? And what you might remember is that these very high peaks are called crests and these very low points are called troughs. And if we measure from crest to crest, that's a wavelength. But if we measure from the midline, which is right in the middle of this wave, here it's a dotted line, and we go up to the highest point, that's the amplitude. And so we also have a worksheet that you click on and answer some questions. This asks you to calculate wavelength from crest to crest and also asks you to find the amplitude of 6 graphs, okay? Very straightforward. Then you're going to read an article on constructive and destructive interference. And this is when 2 waves are approaching each other. And they don't distort each other or change each other. When they come together, they make a new wave and then they go on past each other in the form they originally were. So if they're both peaks, then they add up to higher. If one is coming at the peak and the other is at the trough, they subtract from each other. Makes total sense, and the article is there. You're going to need this to complete the next activity, okay? And then finally, after we look at constructive and destructive interference, we're going to look at the Doppler effect, and you've all experienced this. You're standing on the street and a police car comes towards you, a siren or a fire engine, and it'll be woo, 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 and then it sounds like it's getting louder, and the pitch changes as it comes close, woo, 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 and then it goes away, woo, 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 and then it feels like the pitch is getting lower. And that's because of the Doppler effect. And you're going to be able to read about that and see a picture about it. I'm going to show it to you later. In activity number 2, it's our math box, and here are waves in which you're going to see interference, both constructive, here, 2 crests are going to match up, and here, destructive, a crest and a trough, okay? And some problems. Finally, we're going to go into our checkpoint, and here is where we're going to really check your understanding on the wave interference, using these words from the word box to complete the note section, and on the Doppler effect, using these words from the word box to complete this note section. Once you have that completed, you have a really good notes on interference and Doppler effect. And here's a picture of that Doppler effect. The changing of that frequency or pitch due to the location of the object that is emitting the sound and your location. And then finally, we're returning to our final product, which is going to be that cell phone speaker. And we're going to ask you to find 3 household items that are bowl-shaped that you can put your cell phone inside, play your favorite song first and put your cell phone inside, and then see, does it get louder? Does it get softer? Does it change pitch? And here's where you're going to record your results and then write a 3 to 5 sentence written response on why you think this might have happened, and using some of the things that you learned in this checkpoint, interference and Doppler effect, okay? Remember, with all written responses, check your punctuation and spelling and grammar, okay? Thank you so much. If you have any questions, come see us in office hours, but it's always a good idea to visit us in live class because we'll be going over this and more. Thank you, Noel physicists. See you soon.